Sponsored by DeMayo Law Offices, representing Carolinians since 1992. On Your Side Tonight with Jamie Bowl starts now.
Madalina Kojakari. Her name is making waves across the country. Tonight, her family's emotional message as they lean on faith for her safe return home. And from inmates to entrepreneurs.
Not everybody gets an opportunity like this.
A program is giving those incarcerated in our jails a second chance at success. It's tonight's cover story. Also ahead tonight, the start of 4 first alert weather days. Strong winds, bitterly cold air moving in as today's rain moves out. Also tonight, weighted blankets recalled after the deaths of 2 young girls here in North Carolina. We're looking into what caused their deaths. And we're off to this hidden gem in Stanley County to get us in the holiday spirit. It's tonight's Carolina Landmarks. Good evening and welcome to On Your Side Tonight. As always, we appreciate you joining us. I'm Jamie Bold. Lots to get to tonight. Siobhan standing by to get you caught up on the headlines you may have missed today. But we're going to begin again with meteorologist Rachel Coulter. You know why. It's a first alert weather day. It's the first of many. In fact, let's take a live look outside right now. This is uptown Charlotte. We can also show you what it's like in the high country as well. There at the ski resorts, plenty of man-made snow, maybe some of the real stuff coming down here in the next day or two. It's been misty and chilly today, but the wind is coming, and Rachel, the temperature drop is about to get real serious.
That's right. It's going to be very noticeable. It's going to be very impactful, even dangerous, especially for some of our mountain communities. And this is why we issued that first alert weather day last week. We're talking about the Christmas holiday or Christmas weekend, seeing these really dangerous impacts. And that's why I wanted to give you as much of an early heads up as possible. So what are the impacts? Let's start with the wind alerts that are in place for the entire area. This starts up tomorrow. We've got the high wind warning for Ashwaubenon and Avery counties, the rest of us under a wind advisory. So what does this mean? Well, we can see sustained winds of about 20 to 30 miles per hour, winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour. So some isolated power outages, some tree branches down, and certainly decoration issues. So bring those inflatable decorations inside across the metro area. Up to 60 miles per hour, wind gusts possible from Ashwaubenon down into Avery counties. Those are dangerous and damaging wind gust potentials that we're talking about. So trees, power lines down, those types of issues would be the case out that way. And of course, that's going to have a big impact on your wind chills. So that's why we have wind chill warnings in place for the mountains, wind chill advisory for the rest of us, where we could feel as low as -5 degrees. This does include the Charlotte metro from tomorrow evening all the way through the morning hours. Look at wind chill potential, -30 degrees heading out the door in the mountains. So even looking into the afternoon hours, this is the metro area. Feels like temperatures in the single digits by the time that we're running out the door for the evening plans. It's going to be so cold. Now, how long will this last? What about your Christmas weekend? I'll be breaking down everything you need to know, whether you're staying local, maybe you're traveling for the holiday, in just a few minutes, Jamie.
17-degree drop in just 1 hour there. Rachel, thank you. Here's a live look tonight from Cornelius, a somber evening. This is a look from a candlelight vigil for 11-year-old Madalina Kojakari. She's been missing for nearly a month now, and tonight the community is praying for her safe return home. Tonight we are hearing for the first time from Madalina's family. It comes in the form of a letter released by law enforcement, and it was addressed to you here in the public. Our Brandon Hamilton joins us now with more on this. Brandon, you have a copy of that letter, but it's not clear exactly who wrote it, correct?
Jamie, that is correct. The FBI told us that the family members did not want to be identified. Now, this letter is dated today and was released by the FBI and Cornelius Police Department. Even through pen and paper, you can feel the pain this family is going through. Now, the letter starts out by saying, quote, "We as a family are devastated and absolutely heartbroken to learn that Madalina is missing. We love Madalina and are shocked by these circumstances. This is something no child or family should ever have to endure." Now, it continues to say the family is doing everything they can and pray Madalina is found safe very soon. That second page of the letter starts by saying, quote, "Madalina is a beautiful, smart, kind, and loving 11-year-old girl with greatness in her future. We are desperate to find her right now. She needs all of our help." And Jamie, you know, we were back in that Cornelius neighborhood earlier today. Just last night, our cameras caught law enforcement back at Madalina's home. Neighbors out there today tell us that seeing law enforcement is a good thing.
I think it's good because if you come one time, you may not see everything. But if you're here every day, you get a good feel for the community. And I think you get a good feel for the people in the community, which I think is important to any investigation.
Now, back to this letter, Jamie, it ended with the family expressing their, quote, sincere gratitude for everyone in supporting and pushing for Madeline's safe return. Of course, what you just saw earlier, that vigil, we'll have more tonight at 11.
The whole community coming together thinking about this family right now. Brandon, we'll see you at 11. Thank you. Now to our 7 at 7. Our Siobhan Bryan joins us now with the 7 biggest stories of the day to get you caught up. Where are you starting tonight, Siobhan?
Well, Jamie, the big story of your holiday weekend, that Arctic blast headed to our area. Duke Energy is preparing. A spokesperson tells us they're not expecting widespread outages, but they do have crews across the area ready to handle any issues that may pop up. Our Caroline Hicks is breaking down everything you need to know.
As temperatures drop and winds pick up, Duke Energy is on standby for any problems that may arise. A spokesperson tells Wbtv they have people, trucks, and equipment ready to help you. Heavy wind is one of the biggest threats to power lines. It can cause trees to come down, which of course can fall on power lines, causing problems for you. And Duke Energy recommends if that happens to you that you report the outage to them and that you also have an emergency plan in place.
We want our customers to be as safe and comfortable as possible. Just know that as soon as it is safe to do so, when our crews can get out and work, they'll be out there doing that quickly.
We're told they test the power grid regularly, giving you peace of mind as you crank up your heat.
We have to meet certain reliability standards so that we have adequate power reserves to meet extreme demand.
In the case that you do lose power, you can report it by calling 1-800-POWER-ON or by going to dukeenergy.com/outages. In West Charlotte, Caroline Hicks, WBTV. On your side.
Meanwhile, a bail bondsman accused of shooting and killing a wanted man in Gastonia back in June will not face any charges. You may remember this story. Dalton Lewis was shot and killed while a bondsman tried to arrest him. According to court documents, Lewis had missed a court appearance before the shooting. When agents responded, Lewis showed that he had a gun and he was later shot. The district attorney's office said the bondsman acted in defense, ruling the shooting as a justifiable homicide. And an important recall you need to know about, especially as these temperatures continue to drop. Target is pulling a certain weighted blanket off of its shelves. If you have a Pillow Fort weighted blanket, it's on your screen right now. Target and the Consumer Product Safety Commission says to stop using it. This after 2 young girls here in North Carolina died from asphyxiation. Both were entrapped in the cover of the blanket. If you return the blanket to Target, they say you will get a refund. And today marks 1 year since Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department officer Mia Goodwin was killed, and members of the force took a moment to honor their fallen officer. They met along I-85 near W.T. Harris Boulevard early this morning, the exact spot where Officer Goodwin was hit while on the scene of another crash. Today, CMPD lit candles and bowed their heads to remember Officer Goodwin.
It's a somber moment for our department as we remember what we went through last year when our department was changed forever. The family of Mia Goodwin's lives were changed forever, and that does not fall short on us. So we want to make sure that we continue to honor her the best way that we know how.
Officer Goodwin had just returned from maternity leave when she was killed. Her husband worked as a firefighter here in Charlotte. And we're just 3 days away from the big day, and the United States Postal Service is working around the clock to get your packages delivered on time. So this is a look inside a USPS shipping facility in South Carolina. For those of you who still have packages to send, shame on you. But believe it or not, you still have some time. If you can make it to the post office by December 23rd, that's tomorrow, by the way, USPS officials say your package can make it to its destination by Christmas, but you'll have to use Priority Mail Express, which of course costs a little bit more. And a holiday treat for those of you about to hit the road. Gas prices dropped for the 6th week in a row. In North Carolina, the average price for a gallon, $2.91. That's cheaper than last Christmas. And in South Carolina, drivers are paying $2.79 per gallon. The national average cost for a gallon of gas has fallen to $3. 10. It's a relief to see the prices drop, but the other thing, dropping the temperatures, you know, just make sure the heater in the car is working well.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking at those electric seat warmers too,
exactly,
you are a winner in society right now.
Right, and that's your 7 to 7, Jamie.
All right, Siobhan, thank you. Coming up next here on Your Side Tonight.
On the walk to a better life.
It opened my eyes to a lot of possibilities and things that I never actually sat down and thought about myself.
A program is giving inmates the skills they need to be successful after incarceration. It's tonight's cover story.
And Jamie, I'm definitely wishing I had some of those electric seat heaters. We're going to need them here the next couple of days.